Hey y'all, what's going on? I'm here for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 6, Episode 5. We start the episode off with the fellas, hanging out, having a guys' night, playing poker. We have Stevie J, Kirk, Jock, Scrappy, Ernest, some new guy named Tango, and they I guess hangs with Kirk or whatever, and then we have Bobby V. So, Kirk is pretty much telling us that, him and Rashida are living in separate houses right now. Scrappy, he tells them about his problems with the BAM. Stevie, he's telling them about, how he recently got served with some DNA papers for, from Jocelyn. And, Jock is like, well, speaking of DNA, Kirk, let's talk about you, And, they're like, how did the whole Jasmine thing come about or whatever? And Kirk is like, well, I was hanging with Tango one night, I had too many drinks and everything. I'm like, yeah, of course, blame it on the alcohol, the old lame ass excuse that's been around for how long. So anyways, like I was saying, he blamed it on the alcohol. And he was like, I fucked up. You know how like nonchalant and just drag Kirk be talking. And so, he was like, but the baby ain't mine though. I used the rubber. And so Jock, he was like, I feel your pain because I smashed Jasmine too. And they like, what? You smashed Jasmine too? And Jock was like, but I wore rubber as well. And Jock is like, but let me tell you, Carly, she showed me some pictures of the baby or whatever, and the baby kind of got like a booty chin. Kirk ain't really got no booty chin for real. And how Carly has this video, and how she went to Jasmine's old spot that you and Rashida used to live in or whatever. And also how and apparently then she also talks about, he was telling that, she also told me that apparently you slept with Rod's other girlfriend named Kiana. And they like, Kiana? Like, where did Kiana come from? We still on Jasmine. Really? Like, nigga, what the hell are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So, so like I said, they saying, where Kiana come from and everything. So I guess Tango, he felt the need to, speak up and claim her or whatever. He was like, Kiana was my hoe or whatever. And Kirk, he's sitting here saying, I'm a married dude. Like, you're trying to extort me or whatever. So, I gave her money to keep, to keep things on the hush until I tell Rashida everything or whatever. And I was like, oh, well, that didn't work out for you too well, huh? You really wouldn't have to give up no type of money had you just told Rashida about it before everybody else did. Because quite frankly, despite the fact that you paid Jasmine to keep her mouth shut, it didn't work. Because Jasmine ran and told Carly and Jock at the party or whatever. And you sat up here the first episode trying to, like I said, doing 80 and a 60 fucking ticket, trying to rush home to Rashida and, come up with this bullshit ass lie to her. But then Carly Red still ended up telling her about what Jasmine told her anyway. So either way, like, come on, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you knew that you were a married man before you made that decision to step the fuck out on your marriage. So Kirk don't want to hear it. So anyways, pretty much he's going to, I guess, try to do whatever to fight for his marriage. Who gives a fuck at this point? I'm sorry, y'all. But anyways, so we get Jocelyn and lovely Mimi. Jocelyn knows that lovely Mimi has been having issues, at the nail shop with Sierra and everything, and knows that she, doesn't work there anymore, but she, she's still going to be a customer for her because she loves the way that she does nails and everything. And, Jocelyn, she's asking her, like, what happened, whatever, what happened with that situation. And, lovely Mimi is like, Sierra, like, was just belittling me and everything. And, we went out for drinks one night and that shit went left, and I told her I was leaving. So, now Mimi, she's, trying to open up her own shop or whatever. And she wants Jocelyn's help. you know, to bring her in some clientele. And Jocelyn was like, well, I mean, girl, you know, I could post pictures or whatever and tag you in them, but I don't really fuck with too many of the girls in Atlanta. A lot of them are mad at me, this, that, and the third. And, you know, Mimi's like, well, you know, what happened? What you do to them or whatever? And, you know, Mimi brings up Dime and Tommy or whatever, you know how she met them and everything. And Jocelyn, she was like, oh, well, you need to watch Tommy or whatever, because she got like 20 mug shots and everything. And Mimi was like, well, shit, I mean, maybe this might not be a good time to tell her, like, bitch, I got mug shots too. And my thing is, Jocelyn, did you like fall and bump your motherfucking head? Because last time I recall, your ass got mug shots too, Chanelica Benacore. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I mean, did you forget? Like, did that just completely erase your, got erased in your motherfucking mind? So, I mean, you can't be talking. So, anyways, Jocelyn, she says, you know, how she be fucking these girls and, you know, afterwards they be tripping and all this other stuff, but she's claiming that she's a changed woman. And, you know, she's doing a video called Baby Daddy, and it's about woman empowerment. And I'm just like, a song called Baby Daddy, and it's about women empowerment. I mean, I guess, is the video out yet? I mean, you know, have y'all seen it? Y'all let me know. But anyways, you know, she wants to forget about the past or whatever, this, that, and the third. And it's like, I mean, Jocelyn, it's not going to be that easy to forget about the past. You did a lot of fucked up shit to some, you know, some of them girls, like, on some real shit, you know what I'm saying? You can't just sit up here and be like, oh, girl, let's, you know, forget about all that dumb shit and let's, you know, go do this video. Let's do this thing. Like, no, like, you think they supposed to just do you some motherfucking favors? Like, y'all done had a conversation and done talk some shit out? Like, girl. So anyways, you know, but yes, she's still calling them hoes and all this other stuff and talking about some, yeah, you know, girl, you gonna get some clientele and everything, because some of them hoes need their nails done, because they be looking all toe up and whatever. So anyways, we get Jock and Carly and Shooter and Sierra. They're on the double date or whatever. Jock and Shooter, they've been knowing each other for a minute. Carly and Sierra, they've been knowing each other for a minute and everything. So Shooter, you know, he's talking about how him and Sierra barely see each other because they're both, you know, grinding, doing their thing. You know, he does the music and she's doing, you know, her beauty shop or whatever. And, you know, Carly, she's saying how her and Jock have been having drama lately. And Carly, she tells them about the shit with Kirk and Rashida, and how Jock also slept with the girl, talking about Jasmine, and how the baby could be his and everything. And Jock is like, no, that baby is not mine. And Shooter is like, I mean, you know, innocent until proven guilty. And Sierra's like, you need to hush because you don't even know what's going on or whatever. And, you know, Sierra, she tells them about lovely Mimi and that whole fiasco and how she's out and everything. And Shooter is like, oh boy, I don't want to hear about work or whatever. Like, all she think about is money and everything. And, you know, Sierra, she's like, I mean, I'm a boss or whatever. She was like, you know, she had her daughter at 15, and, you know, how her mama wasn't having that, so her mom kicked her out. And, you know, ever since then, she been, you know, grinding and doing her thing. So, you know, somehow they get on the conversation of Sierra and Shooter's sex life. And she's like, you know, Shooter is not doing what he needs to do in the bedroom or whatever. And if I was getting it on the regular, I would do whatever for him and everything. And, you know, Shooter, he's over it. He's like, you know what, I'm leaving and everything. And Sierra was like, why you always leaving or whatever? He's like, you know, and like, you can't leave and everything, getting up chasing behind him or whatever. And I'm just like, why would you sit up here and embarrass your husband like that? You know, talking about y'all sex life and how he not doing what he's supposed to be doing. To you know, whoever, like, why would you do that? Like that was real fucked up. I didn't like that shit. Like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't right at all. But I mean, Yeah, he ain't shooting it up in you. He's shooting it up somewhere else. But we gonna get to that in a minute. But yeah, that was fucked up. You don't do that to, your significant other. You don't do no shit like that. You don't put y'all sex life out there like that and sit up here and talk about, oh, he ain't doing this and he ain't doing that in front of random motherfuckers. Like, that shit wasn't cool. But anyways, so we get Jocelyn and Melissa. Jocelyn pretty much wants all the ladies to be in her video except for the original Mimi, Stevie J's baby mama. She wants everybody except for her to be in the video or whatever. She was like, I don't want Marty the maid in my video, this, that, and the third. I'm like, how you want everybody else to be in your video, but you don't want the main person that you probably do need to make up with to be in your video, because y'all both share a baby daddy in common now. You know what I'm saying? And Melissa, she's bringing up all the, shit that, Jocelyn did to the girls and everything. Like, she's like, have you have a conversation with these women while you sitting up here trying to ask them, to forget about the shit in the past and to do you a favor? You know what I'm saying? And, Melissa, she already know these girls are not going to come and everything. And, she's like, these girls consider you Satan's spawn. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, I don't think they gonna come or whatever. So, whatever. So, anyways, we get Treasure, Mariah, and lovely Mimi. So, Treasure, she's asking, well, she, I guess, realizes that she kind of put a bad taste in some of the ladies' mouths, the other night and everything. So, she also heard about the fact that, she also know that Mariah, Mimi, and Sierra was all supposed to get together for drinks. So she's asking them about what happened what happened with that. And Mimi tells her that, Sierra instantly came for her, and Mariah co-signing like, yeah, she did come for her though. And she was like, yeah, so I quit. And Mimi, she's saying like, she's telling Mariah, I don't know what's holding you on to her or whatever, but you deserve more. And Mariah's like, yeah, I know, but I'm just in the tunnel vision right now, but I know what I'm doing and everything. And she's admitting in the confessional that Sierra doesn't always treat her great, and even what she did to Mimi was wrong, and she doesn't pay her what she's worth. So she's, working her side hustles and everything. And like I said, we're going to get to that in a minute, because what we all suspected last week, yeah, we're going to get to that. So, anyways, Treasure, she's like, I know I ruffled some feathers or whatever the other night. And Mimi is like, I mean, girl, you did start it, you talking about you was high and she was low, talking about Tommy and everything. She was like, bitch, had you said that to me, it would have been a serious problem. And Treasure was like, I didn't mean it like that. I meant like, when I say low and high, I meant like low key and high key. I'm like, well, bitch, you should have just said that then, because everybody don't know what the fuck that mean. You like, especially motherfuckers you just meeting, so you should have just said that shit from the jump street, okay? So, like, yeah. So, anyways, Mimi is like, well, girl, I mean, it didn't come off that way, and, Mimi is like, do you know her? And Treasure was like, no, but I know she's a convicted felon and everything. And I'm just like, bitch, what? And Mimi is like, I mean, okay, girl, so I am too. What is your point? And Treasure is like, well, I mean, I graduated from college or whatever, because she lets us know that she stripped to pay for her college and everything. I guess you kind of say like a diamond from the Players Club or whatever. And so, Mimi is like, oh, because you graduated from college, what the fuck does that mean? You know what I'm saying? And Mariah, she's trying to calm the situation down or whatever. And Treasure understands, Mimi's position on the whole married man thing, because, Mimi is married. But for the rest of them to sit up here and, look down and act like they never been in that position before, it's kind of like, don't do that. And it's like, yeah, granted, I could believe that Tommy and Jessica probably have messed with a married man before. But clearly, I mean, at this point, they must feel like, that at this point, they obviously feel like it's wrong, you know what I'm saying, for you to be doing, and it is wrong. It is wrong for you to be messing with the married man, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, that karma is going to come back on you. You feel what I'm saying? And you sitting up here glorifying that shit like that shit is cool. It's not cool. You know what I mean? And and then for you to sit up here and look, sit up here talking about something, I'd rather be messing with a married man than be a convicted felon. Ain't neither one really nothing to be proud of, sweetheart. Like, let's be fucking clear, okay? So anyways, Treasure, she brings up, how, she brings up Cena, how Cena is her homegirl, and, she don't like the fact that Tommy is messing with him and, messing with Jock or whatever. And Mariah was like, well, wait a minute, I thought he was fucking around with Carly Red or whatever. And Treasure was like, well, I didn't know that, but I kind of feel like now I need to tell Cena because, like, that's family and everything, but I don't want to mess up my position, at the radio station because she's an intern at Jock's radio station or whatever. So, she's like, I don't know what I should do and everything. And, they tell her, I mean, do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you gotta hold that shit to, get your grind or whatever, then do that. But if you feel like you need to tell her, then, whatever. So, Treasure, she wants to meet up with Tommy or whatever, to clear the air and everything. And Mimi was like, well, girl, good luck with that, because once you cross Tommy, that's it. And that's true with Tommy, okay? So anyways, we get Kirk and Rashida. Rashida is at her store with Mama Charlene, y'all. She's at the store and everything. Kirk, he shows up and he's so shocked that everybody in the A knows his business or whatever. But it's, some things that Rashida doesn't need to know. It's certain things that she still doesn't know about the whole situation. Like, I guess she don't know about the Kiana girl and whatever else that she doesn't know about. And I'm just like, Kirk, I don't know why the fuck you so surprised that everybody in the A know about this shit. Y'all all hangs with one another and run in the same circles. Like, anyway, so but yeah, like I was saying, he was saying that some things that she don't need to know if they're trying to work on their marriage. I don't understand this logic. Like, if you talking about working on your marriage, you need to lay everything the fuck out there. But I mean, if it was me, I would be ready to sign them papers. Okay, like, I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta not see my phone light up. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? So anyways, yeah, I wouldn't be with your ass, but I mean, everybody has their breaking point. I guess Rashida ain't there yet, whatever. That's if this shit is even real, because I don't know. But anyways, so he, Mama Charlene, she's like, what the fuck is going on here? And Kirk is like, well, I didn't really come to talk to you. I came, for Rashida and everything. And, Charlene is like, I'm gonna give you your chance, y'all time or whatever, but I'm gonna get out what the fuck I gotta say. And she's like, you as a grown-ass man, you know what you should and shouldn't be doing, and I don't know how you can pull some mess like this on Rashida, and you're not thinking about your family, when how you gonna fix this and everything. And Kirk like, I mean, what am I supposed to do? And Charlene is like, file for divorce. I'm like, yes, Mama Charlene, yes, Mama Charlene, okay? Like, I be living for her. She be having me so weak. But anyways, yeah, so she leaves it at that. She lets them have their time, and he's sitting up here saying he wants to make things better, and Rashida is telling him what you did was fucked up, and like, did you not think you was going to get caught and everything? And he was like, I mean, honestly, at the time, we was in a bad space, and you was always working, and I'm watching the kids, and you always tired, and that's not a marriage and all this other stuff. And Rashida like, it don't make it, that doesn't make it right or whatever. And he's like, I'm not saying it makes it right, da 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 da. So what the fuck is you saying? So Kirk is like that these people are scammers, and Rashida's like, you not even supposed to put yourself in no type of position to even be in no shit like this. You know what I'm saying? And Rashida is like, separation is on her mind at this point. That's on the table. And he was like, I mean, I still think we can work this shit out or whatever. I think, we need to talk to a marriage counselor. It's too late to be talking to motherfucking marriage counselors and shit. You should have talked to a marriage counselor way beforehand when you felt like you and her was having issues, instead of stepping outside your motherfucking marriage. Whatever. So pretty much she's saying that she not ready for all that yet. Moving on. We get Melissa real quick. She invites, Tammy and Carly to her house and everything. And she's telling them about how Jocelyn wants to mend fences, and they like, bitch, get the fuck out of here and everything. And Melissa is trying to plead Jocelyn's case, and she's telling them about the video or whatever. And Tammy, she's like, you know what, I think it's a good idea, but I'll never forget what Jocelyn said to me in New York at that reunion. And so, she's going to have to decline and everything. Carly, she declines too. She feels like Jocelyn is always crying wolf, and she was like, she going to have to really show her something to prove that she done changed. So we get Jasmine, Rod, and Kiana. They're looking for a new spot or whatever. Kiana, she's actually late, but she comes in and lets them know that she had a conversation with her ex Tango about the conversation that the fellas had that night, at the poker night or whatever. So, Tango is like, he heard that Jasmine is going around town lying about Kirk being her baby daddy, and then how Rod is supposed to be like their puppet master, and how Jock and Carly been running around town showing pictures of the baby, and how Jock saying he slept with Jasmine. Rod like, what? You know what I'm saying? And Jasmine is like, that's not true at all. And, Jasmine sitting up here saying that she thought she could trust Carly or whatever. But she realized that she's a messy ass thought. You ain't been watching this show. This has been Carly Red this whole motherfucking time. Since the beginning of time. Since season motherfucking 1. I don't know why you would think that... Like, girl, really? But I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. So anyways, Rod, he like, the shit better not be true, because I want to beat Jock's ass at this point. Whatever. So anyways, we get Mariah, and guess who she's meeting up with? Shooter, Sierra's husband. And she tells him about how Sierra was at the club with lovely Mimi. Mariah's like, I don't know what y'all got going on at home, but you need to check your bitch, because, that shit is rubbing me the wrong way. She, always got an attitude or whatever. And Shooter like, well, why she gotta be a bitch though? And, she's like, Mariah's like, because she acting like one. You know what I'm saying? And, Mariah is like, if you want me to do this and that, then you gotta pay me more. And Shooter is like, you gotta do that thing I like. And Mariah's like, no, you gotta do that thing that I like or whatever. And Mariah, she lets us know that apparently Shooter is her side piece. You're fucking with the married man, but he's your side piece. Okay. Alright, you learn something new every day, child. But anyways, so they've been fucking around for pretty much a year. And she been wanting to tell Sierra that her husband got her out here looking the fool, but Shooter has been begging her not to spill the beans. And Shooter claims that he loves his wife or whatever, but and he knows that if he doesn't keep Mariah quiet, then she's gonna rip his family apart. Oh, you should have thought about that before you even got yourself in this motherfucking position. You're gonna rip your family apart, not her. Whatever. So anyways, Shooter gives her some money and tells her he don't want to hear nothing else about this or whatever. And Mariah like, do you think this is enough and everything? And so I guess he gives her some more money or whatever. And she's sitting up here saying Shooter was looking for something that apparently Sierra wasn't giving him. Moving on. So we get Jock, Carly, Jasmine, and Rod. They have their little sit down, and Jasmine, she ain't with the kumbaya shit. She lets it be known that the paperwork has already been filed for Kirk or whatever to take the DNA. Jasmine, she asked, Jock, like, did you say that you ever fucked me or whatever? And Jock, he backpedaling and pussy popping like Rod said that he was. He's sitting up here saying, well, I said that I had sex with a lady named Jasmine. It was a fuzzy night or whatever. I'm not saying that it was you, but it did look like it was you or whatever. So Rod, he's sitting up here throwing Cena in Jock's face or whatever, and Jock is like, you know, talking about how I be talking to her every day and everything, and Jock is like, okay, like, y'all grown, like, you sitting up here trying to use that, like, that's gonna make me mad or whatever, like, I can give two fucks. So, you know, Rod, he's like that Carly needs to get rid of the pictures that she got and everything, and Jasmine is like, matter of fact, delete them right now, and Carly like, who gonna make me? You know what I'm saying? And Jasmine tells, you know, Jock to, you know, keep his bitch on the leash. And Jasmine's like, why you going around with my son's pictures like it's he ha ha? And Carly is like, because it is he ha ha. I was fucking dead. Like, I'm sorry. Like, Jasmine, girl, I don't even know why. Like, this is your fucking fault, because you told Carly that she could take those pictures and show Rashida and everything, and you didn't. And then on top of that, you should have already known. And she was gonna show Rashida. She was gonna show whoever else they hang with. So, like, what the fuck? Like really? Like, that's your motherfucking fault. So I can't even feel sorry for you. That's your fucking fault. So anyways, Jasmine's like, I'll pop you in your motherfucking face. And Carly like, do it, bitch, you know. And Jasmine threatens her again. And, you know, Carly is like, find out who the baby daddy is first. So Jasmine jumps across the table. Security breaks it up, whatever. So last thing, we get Tommy and Treasure. They meet up at a spa. You know, Tommy, she's trying to be the new calm Tommy and everything, but that doesn't work out. You know, Treasure, she's like, you know, I feel like it was a disconnect between us or whatever. And, you know, Tommy is like, oh, well, she was like, oh, well, when you said that I was lower, and Treasure was like, no, I was just saying low, like, I meant, like, low-key. And Tommy is like, oh, well, I didn't, you know, take it as that, like, how you think I was going to take that, considering I don't know you and everything. She was like, because, you know, you sleeping with married men and all, like, somehow we got on the shit about, you know, Treasure sleeping with married men and everything, you know, I see what kind of bitch you are, or whatever. And Treasure is like, what kind of, and she was like, what kind of bitch are you, or whatever. And Tommy, she gets up to, you know, grab some fruit and everything. She's like, ooh, some fruit. And Treasure is like, it's, you know, it's the pot calling the kettle black, because you're sleeping with everybody's baby daddy. Baby daddies, boyfriends, husbands are different. Baby daddy, like, I mean, it ain't, I mean, as far as we know, Jock is not with Cena. He's not in a relationship with her. That's just his baby mama. You know what I'm saying? You're messing with a married man. So no, it, like, you trying to sit up here and make a comparison and it's not working. So anyways, Tommy is throwing grapes at her or whatever, and, you know, Tommy grabs her, and, you know, they get the ruffling up or whatever. Security jumps in between, and, you know, Tommy, she's still throwing shit at her and everything. Then we get Jocelyn. She shows up to her photo shoot, and Jessica Dime is the only person that shows up. And we're gonna get more into that next week. That pretty much was the episode, y'all. I apologize for this review being long, but make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys come back, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.